Dr. Rigsby's 2017 commencement address. The wisest person I've ever met in my life was a third grade dropout. Wisest and dropout in the same sentence is rather oxymoronic, like jumbo shrimp, like fun run. There ain't nothing fun about it. That third grade dropout who taught me to combine knowledge and wisdom to make an impact was my father, a simple cook. Left school in the third grade to help out on the family farm. But just because he left school doesn't mean his education stopped. My father taught himself how to read and write, decided in the midst of Jim Crowism that he was going to stand and be a man, not a black man, not a brown man, not a white man, but a man. I have 4 degrees. My brother is a judge. We're not the smartest ones in our family. It's a third grade dropout daddy who was quoting Michelangelo, saying, "Boys, I won't have a hard time if you aim high and miss, but I'm going to have a real issue if you aim low and hit." A country mother who was quoting Henry Ford, saying, "If you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're right." Simple lessons like these. Son, you'd rather be an hour early than a minute late. We never knew what time it was in my house because the clocks were always ahead. I want to share 2 things with you today. Aristotle said, "You are what you repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence ought to be a habit, not an act." Don't ever forget that. I know you're tough, but always remember to be kind. Always. And never embarrass Mama. If Mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. If Daddy ain't happy, don't nobody care. Final lesson. Son, if you're going to do a job, then do it right. Good enough isn't good enough if it can be better. And better isn't good enough if it can be best. Let me close with a very personal story that I think brings us all into focus. Back in the 70s, I met the finest woman at a dance I'd ever seen in my life. There was only one little issue. Back then, ladies didn't like big old linemen. The blind side hadn't come out yet. I find out her name is Trina Williams. Trina was the first. Trina was the only woman in college to give me her real phone number. This was 40 years ago, and my friends still can't believe it. So now it's time to propose. She said yes. I married the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen in my life. You ever been to a wedding, and before the wedding even starts, you hear this? How in the world? And it was coming from my side of the family. We get married, we have kids, our lives are great. Then one day, Trina finds a lump in her left breast cancer. 6 years after that diagnosis, me and my 2 little boys walk up to Mommy's casket. If it wasn't for my faith in God and my 2 sons, I wouldn't be standing here today. I was completely lost. That was rock bottom. You know what sustained me? Wisdom of a third grade dropout. Well, at the casket, I'd never seen my dad cry. Trina was his daughter, not his daughter-in-law. And I'm right behind my father, about to see her for the last time on this earth, when my father shared 3 words with me that would change my life. It would be the last lesson he would ever teach me. He said, "Son, just stand. You keep standing. No matter how rough the sea, and I'm not just talking about water, no matter what, you don't give up." So I'll ask you a question that I was asked all my life by a third grade dropout. How you living? Here's how that cook would suggest you live. That you would not judge. Show up early. Be kind. If you're going to do something, then do it the right way. That's never wrong to do the right thing. That how you do anything is how you do everything. And that way, you will grow your influence to make an impact. Honor all those who have gone before you, that have invested in you. Look in those unlikeliest of places for wisdom and enhance your life every day by seeking that wisdom and asking yourself every night, how I live it.